over the last 8 years, there has been a lot more of houses that have been abandoned, boarded up, put on fire, and they're sitting for long periods of time.
As you can see from the house that I'm in here right now, it hasn't been lived in since, and you can see the condition that it's in now. And this isn't the only one. There's quite a few properties on this block that look just this way.
The land bank is the tool that we created to help neighbors reclaim their neighborhoods, to restore pride in their neighborhoods and to restore property values in their neighborhoods. We have a big task. The land bank has a big job because unfortunately the foreclosure crisis has created such a massive amount of abandonment and blight.
I would like to see houses in the neighborhood, especially those that have been burnt up, torn down.
Instead of having a vacant, blighted structure in the middle of a neighborhood dragging all the values down and being a magnet for crime and other sorts of unpleasant things, we could have maybe a community garden or a side lot or a park.
I'm involved in a community organization, and our main focus is trying to get the abandoned properties and boarded up properties either demolished or rehabbed to bring more stability to the neighborhoods.
I got involved with it because there was a knock at the door, and it was a representative from ESOP, and they were saying, do you like what you see in your neighborhood? If not, do you want to be a part of a group that wants to do something about it? And I then told myself, I got some people I can work with. I don't have to do this by myself.
The land bank couldn't do its job without the input of people at the grassroots level. If it was up to us to sit up in an ivory tower and try to decide, which homes needed to be demolished versus which homes needed to be fixed up, and once this home is demolished, do we put a park there, do we put a garden? If it was up to us to make that decision, there's no question we wouldn't get it right. But if those decisions are made by folks at the grassroots level, then we know that it's working.
I've seen a little, just a little as far as results. We've had, our neighborhood committee has had a meeting with city administrators, and we voiced our concerns and issues, and in some cases they have addressed them, especially the vacant lots, where there was a lot of overgrown grass and weeds.
The land bank has received grant funding from the Attorney General. We're going to have an opportunity to demolish 900 homes throughout the community. We have almost a $2 million budget from the sources we have. The point is, there are decisions that government makes all the time. Isn't it in your best interest to tell us what you want?
We need to let other people know what it is that we want for our neighborhoods, for our kids. We need to let our politicians know what our concerns are.
The people who communicate with their elected leaders, the people who communicate with the decision makers, those are the ones who get their problems solved. I'll guarantee you this much: we won't respond to your needs if we don't hear from you, but we will if we do.
Don't be afraid to voice your opinion, and don't be afraid to try to take a step forward, and don't be afraid to improve yourself. To me, that's what leadership is all about.
That's how leadership works. And leadership isn't some stuffy senator chomping on a cigar in the Capitol building in Washington. Leadership is someone who lives in a challenged neighborhood, maybe a single mom trying her best to make a good life for her children, saying, I'm not going to take it anymore. I'm picking up my phone and I'm calling my city councilman and saying, hey, I want a speed bump on my street.
Sometimes all it takes is just one person to start the ball rolling for others to jump on the bandwagon. And it's about somebody who's not really afraid to just get out there because they see a service that needs to be done and they want to help improve it for the betterment of all.
That's why I'm so pleased with what ESOP has done to help create a generation of leaders in the neighborhoods. And leadership works, it really does, and that's what we need more of if we're going to turn our neighborhoods around.